song, and we were listening to the choir sing, we heard words like waiting on the Lord. Did you hear that? Yeah. Waiting on the Lord. Well, that might mean that some of us might be not be too patient when we have to wait on God. We might think that in words. Maybe. Maybe. He's knowing I'm not going to let him go with that. So, there's another way to look at the words. When we pray for something, like if your grandma was sick, or your mom, or a friend, or something, and you said, oh God, you can think of that. Okay. God, and then as you say it, God's hearing all that. Just like that. There's no waiting. God hears all that. Everything we pray for, God's right here as we start thinking about it, as we pray. There's no wait at all. But when we pray for people to get better, sometimes they don't seem to get better that fast. It seems like we're waiting. But what's going on here is that God is looking at all the things that are happening and is looking to do the best in that situation. Sometimes people's thinking about their being sick gets faster than maybe they're getting physically. People's words of view, that kind of thing. But there's a little bit of weight there. So in the psalm this morning, we hear we wait on the Lord, it's talking about how well do we, after we pray for something getting better, or a situation to work out, how well do we spend time with God looking for how that's going to work out? Wait. How do we wait, be patient, and let it work out? Let God help. It's a little different, right? It's different. But also during that time, during the waiting on God, is us trusting. So waiting on God is also trusting God's going to do the right thing. So that's a little bit different when we think about waiting here in the church. So that's what I wanted to think about today. How well do we wait on God? How well do we trust and let God help? God helps us to be patient, learn how to wait in life, and also wait and trust in you. Knowing that you have our best interest at heart, that you're always here to listen. Thank you. Great things in Jesus' name. Thanks for coming. Brave soul. Grace, mercy, and peace be unto you from God our Father and our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Let me say together. Amen. So sometimes if you've done a whole bunch of physical labor and you've gone to bed and the next morning you wake up, you ever go, oh, these old bones, right? It's like, oh, you get moving again. Yeah. And sometimes it's not just from physical labor, sometimes it's from just stuff, you know? You wake up in the morning and maybe your body's feeling fine, but your mind's not doing so good. You might say the same thing, oh, these old bones in my head. What's going on? Well, humanity's been feeling this way about stuff since the beginning of human existence. And if my friends from confirmation, like Hannah and such, and Cam got one of these sheets too, we got a list all about, the history timeline of the Earth, from the time of the Big Bang all the way through to now. We've been there how long human beings, not just Neanderthals and all the precursors, but how long humans have been here. It's been a long time. A lot longer than a lot of us learned in our, history books back in the day when we were in school. But suffice it to say that people have been feeling old in their bones for a long time. And surely that is what we're hearing about in the Ezekiel passage for today. Now, the backstory, you have a little bit of that in the preface this morning in the bulletin, but the Hebrew people went into exile. They left the land that was promised to them, the land that they went into after the days of the desert with Moses. Aaron led them into the promised land, and they had some time there with various kings. And then it didn't go so well for them, and they were away. And we've talked before, you've heard me preach, that the reason why the Hebrew people wound up going into exile was because the leadership, and a lot of people themselves, became self-centered. It's all about them. They couldn't work together. And society and the government all collapsed, and they were able to be overrun and taken away. So now they're away, and they're grumbling. In effect, God's left the building, and we're all by ourselves. You ever felt that way? You ever get to a point where you think that maybe God's not there anymore? But in fact, God is there. And if we're honest with ourselves, we're feeling that way because we've left the building, left God behind. We walked away from a dialogue with God, from letting God be God for us. And that was a situation with the people in exile. They were like, not with it. They were disconnected from God. And so Ezekiel can dream, and there's a caveat. God's not necessarily going to come to you, maybe, and give you a dream to interpret. That's not the way it necessarily works with us. But in this case, with Ezekiel, there was a dream, and God helped Ezekiel understand what he was saying. Saying, look, and he preached this to the people. You know, you may feel like God's left the building. You may feel like your bones are all dried up and everything's done. But look, the Ruach, the breath of God, can come upon all of us. It can help knit us back together. There is hope for all of us. There is forward-looking stuff going on here. But the idea behind it is you have to be open for God. For those sinews and those muscles and the flesh and everything to come back together. You have to be aware and awake and ready for the Ruach of God, the breath of God, to fill you up. Get with it, people. Don't we need that? Don't we need that? Don't we need to be slapped in the face sometimes in order to get it? We turn to the gospel. Moses, not Moses, but Jesus. See, you gotta watch where I'm going. Jesus loved Martha, Mary, and Lazarus. We hear some other stories in the New Testament. We hear things like, you know, the perfume being poured out at his feet when he went there for dinner one night. We hear this story about him going after Lazarus has passed away. And some of the understanding that's not necessarily written in the Bible is that Jesus kind of like took these three in under his wing. Because we estimate that he was probably about 30 when he started his ministry, 33 or so when he went off of the cross. And that these three were probably orphans. Parents had died, they were left on their own as teenagers, and so he kind of became like a father figure to him. At least an older brother type of figure. So he loved these guys. So now he finds out that something's going on with Lazarus that's bothering him. But in the text, we also hear that he's not close, right by it. He's out performing ministry. So when the news comes, he keeps doing what he needs to do. His ministry hasn't been completed where he is. And then the information comes back that now Lazarus has died. So he says, we're going to go back. And then we hear the disciples in their inimitable logic. You really want to go back there where they tried to kill you? He doesn't care. He needs to go back to be with the family. He needs to go back for our sake too. I'm going to give you another caveat. We have to watch out in Scripture because sometimes when we read it, it sounds like it's saying one thing when it's saying another. There have been plenty of preachers in different places who have said before, look, God let Lazarus die, made Lazarus die, so God could work through that situation. Or there have been other places, I've preached in the last few weeks, when preachers could have been tempted to say, look, that person was born blind just so God could work a thing through that person. And that couldn't be further from the truth. As I've said before, God does not inflict things upon any of us. We just encounter stuff in life. Hopefully, if you don't get anything else, you get that out of my preaching. God does not inflict us with problems. We do not get sick because of God. We do not have divorces because of God. I can't tell you the number of people who, Karen and I, who are going through our time of engagement and wrapping up the marriage. Many people said, it's meant to be that you guys would be divorced and come into this marriage relationship with each other, and I couldn't do more to hold back throwing up. That's how I heard that. God didn't inflict this upon us. It just happened. So we're going to go back to the story. Something did happen to Lazarus. And Jesus went to help out with the situation. And he saw an opportunity to not literally has the ruach, the breath of God, breathe back upon him. And his life is returned. And he comes out of that grave. And it shows the power of God that's available to us to be refreshed and renewed when we need it. How God can meet us. And the story shows the humanity that God understands. God divine, God human, and meshed into this wonderful manifestation of Christ. Who felt the pain that we feel when somebody dies. Who felt the pain of people crying. Who are distressed. And he goes and he deals with it. And he provides a way through it. He can provide a way through for all of us if we would trust it. But we have to trust it. As I said with Abe this morning, waiting on God involves trusting God with all our fiber and with all our being. And God has shown his patience to be with us. God waits on us. How well do we wait upon and trust God? How well do we engage with God and let God know how we're feeling, and then take the time to look where God is working things? Sometimes congregations go through turmoil. This congregation has been through turmoil over the last 8 years. Look where we are now. People coming back together again. The bones are being brought back together with life, new sinews, new flesh and blood. But there's some people who aren't here who can't be patient in an interim period. It becomes hard. They can't wait on God. They can't trust. But God is still waiting and trusting in all of us. Even folks who aren't here now. Our call as people who are waiting and trusting in God is to continue to be strong in the faith and to live from a grace-filled heart. To live from a heart of mercy and hopefulness and encouragement. God gives us encouragement. We come to the table every time that encouragement is available in the wine and in the bread. And encouragement because Christ went to that cross and didn't run away from the dangers. Like the disciples said, are you going backward to hurt you? Well, heck yeah. Because people are in need. You'll come to us wherever we are with whatever problems we have. We have to trust that that is so. And when we trust that that is so and open to the power of God, we can be healed. My mom went through 3 rounds of cancer. First 2 she had remission from, but through each of them, even her last day in Rose Monahan Hospice, her spirit was healed each time and strengthened. Physical body was not. But we trust that God's going to work the situation for what's best at the time, with the variables that are present. We've got to trust that God's going to do the right thing. And she left this earth telling us